What is going on, everybody? This is your boy, Soul of a Man 504, aka Demon Everest, coming at you with another live video. So today we are going to be talking about Black is King, the new musical inspired video by video movie done by Beyonce, and it's on Disney right now. And yeah, I saw it, I loved it. A lot of it that I saw, it spoke to me ancestrally. So that's the main thing that I wanted to talk about. And I was like, man, you know what? This is right up my alley. So I said, let me get on here. And I'm not going to spoil anything about because I didn't watch it all the way through, but I just really, it hit me. It hit me, spiritually and both ancestrally. So I was like, yeah, man, I really got to get on here and talk about this, like, for real. So, like in the beginning, you see the basket with the baby going down the river, and what's going on, Miss Gloria Ashburn? So you see in the beginning, the baby in the basket going down, and that reminded me of the story in the Bible of Moses. You know how Moses' mother put him in the river, and he went down. I think it was like the Nile River, and so he went to Egypt, and and Moses, in a sense, had this great destiny in Egypt. He became the prince, I believe, and he became he was in line to actually become Pharaoh, I believe, and also he was after everything happened, he became a prophet. So he became actually he had a great destiny, and it is the same thing with us as African Americans. We have this great destiny. The word black is always, people say black, it's always talked about as something so negative, it's always talked about so negative. And, we are the most like cool, and, I'm just saying, like, the whole diaspora, but mainly like within the realm of African Americans, like within the realm of African Americans, like we've always been able to figure it out. It's like from the beginning, like we are like the diamonds on the rough, and exactly. So right now, with everything that's happening and everything that will be happening, it's almost like that was a call home. I know some people are like, I'm not going back to Africa, and there's America going home. Okay, cool. Like, if you're going to stay in America, do your thing. Some of us are actually going to get our stuff together, and we're going to leave. We're going to be gone. We're going to leave this land behind. We're gonna go back to where our ancestors came from. So to some African Americans, Africa has it still has a very deep, soulful ancestral connection. So for me, going back would be one, connected with my ancestors, and two, connected with the land. Now, as far as embracing the Africans that are walking the continent now, that's something. I just feel like initially you go back to where the love is. Where there's love, there's triumph. And once you have those two things, it's, in a sense, it's like nothing can hold you back. And Black is King. There's a lot of ancestral energy. You see the water, you see the moon, you see the beach. Right. Yeah, me too. Yeah, no, I'm really, 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 really pushing, and it's just some things in Africa, or some places in Africa, we may connect with ancestrally in an ancient sense, more of like those ancient cities and our ancient ancestors. So if you connect with a certain part of your lineage, and maybe not the people, you're not going to connect with everybody in the world. That's just what it is. People feel how they feel. They have a right to feel how they feel. But I feel like this: nothing is going to stop my progress. If I'm from somewhere that has all of these tangibles, like jewels and diamonds and cocoa and just all of these amazing things, like, one, I should not be starving. Like, there should be nobody in Africa starving. Nobody. That is horrible mismanagement. I know, colonization and all of that good stuff, but you're gonna really see in Africa the rise of the people. So it is really up to the people. You can get on social media and complain about your situation, man, whatever you are, but you have to speak truth to fire. And you have to move forward with whatever vision you have. It's like, what, come hell or high water, I'm gonna get mine. And I think that's where a lot of African Americans are right now. And that's why our ancestors are calling us home. That they're calling us home more to our indigenous places. And some of you may feel indigenous could be, South America. It could be different places in the world, honestly, because they're just indigenous, they're indigenous people all over the world. And that's just what that is. But wherever you feel like your call is, and wherever you feel like you're gonna go and feel like home, hey, go there. Me, I feel like, and it's not just one part. It's gonna be parts, where we're gonna go. We're gonna go there. We're gonna rebuild. It's like that fire energy is really strong right now. That fire energy is just really, really, really strong. And you see the ancestors pointing the way. See, they're saying like, get back, get back more into your natural selves. So it's like the timing and energy is everything is just, it is right. And it is ripe for the taking. So you see like all of those little dots, those are your ancestors. And and honestly, we just want to, a lot of us we just want to be in a situation where we can thrive. That's the main thing, where we can, thrive, where we don't have to apologize for the way we look, the way we talk. And yes, we have created our own culture here. In a lot of places in the world, that culture is embraced, except for, like, I don't know, here in this country, it's like they love the music and the fashion, but they just hate the people. In a nutshell, I'm not saying everybody, but they, a lot of people, they hate the people that have made this stuff. Looking at Black is King, it's said that, hey, you guys are made from, stuff that I've said before. You're made from the stars. And, when your feet touch down on this ancestral land, it is like you're going to be so connected. That's why I saw her like walking barefoot. Beyonce, I saw her walking barefoot on the beach, and also like the different color schemes that they were using, man. It was just like so many hidden gems and symbols that were right, like the natural nappy head. It was just like so many. There were just like so many symbols when you heard the drums beating, just like when you go to these HBCUs, man, you hear the drums beating and you hear the band come in, and it's almost like it feels like a war cry, in a sense. And that path is really majorly opening for us, to go back home, not just to, those scenes were just dopely made, man. I mean, like, I gotta really give it up, to Beyonce. She is, she's the greatest artist of her time, just like Michael Jackson was, just like Prince was, and the James Browns is, and and on and on and on and on, man. So she is like amazingly blessed. And I heard, there were some African folks who didn't like it because their culture, so a part of their culture wasn't represented. But I felt like, it was ancestral, it was tribal, it showed some modern aspects. So she is on another level. So I just felt like it encompassed everything, because you're not gonna you're not gonna please everybody with everything, you know. And my thing is to those people who, you know, for whatever reason they didn't like it, well, you go do something better. You know, that's my challenge to you. You put something better out. You know, you go to Disney and say, hey, look, I got this movie, I want to do this, you know, so that's where the challenge is. And yeah, you know, and we understand that Africa is not Wakanda. It should be, you know, at this, it really, you know, it should be. But, you know, I get that Africa was a place that had different tribes, and all of them didn't see each other as, you know, as it's composed now as black. You know, we were just different tribes, different dialects, doing our own thing, sometimes going to war with each other. And, you know, other people saw this, they took advantage of it, and here we are today. So, you know, I mean, it's like the ancestral magic, you know, those ritualistic tendencies, the sound of the drum, you know, it's calling you home. You know, it's like you know, to see the light, you know, honestly, to see the light at the end of the tunnel, you know, it's, to me, is a very beautiful, you know, retroactive thing, you know, just to be able to see the resurrection, the newness of it all, you know, just to want to be able to go there and just to feel at peace. You know, I think that's just a human right. You know, that's just a human right to just want to have more, you know, and not to be, you know, not to feel like you're caught in a rat race fighting everybody for little scraps of this and that. You know, you just have to, and it's just like the mother in the Black Panther said, you know, you just have to remember who you are, you know, and it's also remembering now, and it's time to move past and go beyond, and it's time to show not just, it's not uh it's, you know, showing the world, yeah, but it's just showing yourself, you know, it is just naturally, you know, it's time to look into that mirror, you know, and see yourself for who you naturally are. You know, people talk about past lives. You know, your ancestry goes back thousands of years. So there's, you know, we only, I think sometimes we think about generationally, you know, 1, 2, 3 generations, you know, your great, 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 but it goes way, 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 way back, further than that, you know, and there's so much out there, you know, for us to do. That's why, you know, I feel like the black is king is relevant, you know, and it wasn't, and it was unilaterally male and female. You know, it wasn't saying like, oh well, you know, this person rules over that person. No, it wasn't even saying that. It was just saying collectively together we are beautiful. You know, that is the thing. I get that you know, you have your own language, you have, you know, your own foods, whatever, you know, your own culture, but you know, just to say that we are ancestrally from you know, from the same land in a sense, you know, you know, as melanated black people in the world. And I know everybody doesn't, you know, look at it like that, you know, and I get that. You know, we've really been screwed up since we were, you know, here, like, you know, and I feel and I know what I know, what is to come. And you know, you see quietly, secretly, you see some African Americans already getting up and moving, you know, like they're like getting their stuff together, and they're like, man, you know what? It don't matter if we vote. It don't matter if we do this. It don't matter if we whatever. It just, you know, they just threw their hands up and they're like, you know what? I'm out. I'm just gonna go find my peace and build my fortune elsewhere. Just like when the white folks came to America with the California gold rush and, you know, all of that stuff. You know, but but we just have, you know, as I'll just say, as African Americans, you know, we've discovered jazz and hip hop and rock and roll and man, like gospel music and so many other amazing inventions, that we've done and that we've given. So it's time for us to, it's time for us to sing our swan song here, because it just, it really feels like, in a sense, I mean, I'm not, if you're going to stay here, cool, continue to fight the good fight and do what you have to do. But, I just feel like you have to really, focus and meditate, use that wisdom, use that ancestral wisdom, stand tall above everything, keep your heads to the clouds, keep dreaming, keep moving, focus, that energy, that spirit that you have from within is, it's calling you to disperse, it's calling you to go, to somewhere else to build, to, because everything that you're doing, that you're working on is going to so be needed. And, honestly, from here on out, the sky's the limit. Also it talked about, like the fire, the fire in the moon, the fire representing the desire in the heart to, just to go back, just to keep moving, just not to give up. And the moon, just to focus on that moon energy, how it shifts the tides, man, and how it's the scenes where Mom Kelly were a little more powerful. I don't know. I didn't see that. I'm gonna go back and look at the rest of it. But from honestly, just from what I saw, it was just amazing, man. Just like now, we got the full moon coming up on the 3rd, Lionsgate coming up on the 8th. There's a lot of energy going on right now. But if you are making the right decisions, and if you do continue to make the right decisions, it's like this. The sky's the limit. Your cup will run over. It will. You just have to. You have to believe in that energy and in that flow. You have the ability to construct things. You don't. You can do it however you do it, but you can do it with just the breath that you have in your body. You can just do it with that. You can do it with your feet touching just touching the grass, the land, and just being on one accord with nature and just calling those things up, feeling your most powerful self, and just and speaking, shifting those things, moving things out of your way, calling things towards you. The important thing with manifestation is, like, you gotta believe. If you don't believe, then nothing's gonna happen. Like, if you don't believe and have actions with it, like, what's the, like, nothing is gonna happen. But it's just like, being at the crossroads, just continue to move forward. That's the important thing, and don't let, and I'm also getting pride comes before the fall. Don't let anybody slick talk you out of your dreams, to say, oh, hey, what you got going on, and you tell them, and the next thing they're doing what, because they have more money or resources, and they put it out there and they're successful, and like, you say, well, they stole my idea. Well, you shouldn't have told them. Some things, you can't take the cake out of the oven and put the icing on it until it's ready. You can't put something out raw. That's just, what it is. Unless it's the truth, which a lot of people, not saying everybody, but some people just don't like to hear the truth, So, but anyway, yes, your ancestors were magical. They were very magical. They were magical. They were powerful. They were, they were stargazers. They were, they were seers, they were visionaries, and there were just so many things. Not saying that those empires from way back when were perfect. They weren't, but it left us a blueprint to say, man, you know what? If they could do it back then, all this technology and all of this stuff, I had to watch what I was saying about my future to an old friend. So all of those amazing things that they had and that they made, and look at all of the stuff that we did here in America. All of these odds stacked up against us, and even when they bought us, from the time from the Middle Passage to, and that's another thing. It was like passage. It's almost like the time. It's like leaving the shores of Africa in chains, coming here and going back free. That's so telling of the times that we're living in now. Some of you just naturally have to make a decision. You do. A lot of you just naturally have to make a decision on what you want to do. I'm not. I'm just. Again, this was just a breakdown of what you can do once you put your mind on something, and it can grow into something so amazing. Just like that Black is King. And, a lot of it was entailed from the Lion King and all of that good stuff. But it was, for what I saw, I enjoyed it, and it was amazing. And lastly, if you just make the right decision, there you go. It's like your dreams coming true. You see, and it was one part, I think it was like 20 minutes in, it was like a guy, he had like this, this stick. He kind of reminded me of like Shango, and it also reminded me of old Papa Legba. There you go. So yeah, there was a lot of like, man, there was so much energy in that Black is King. But I could do like another one of these to really break all of that stuff down, man. But thank y'all so much for joining me though. But don't forget to like, subscribe. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share, leave me a comment down below, and yeah, man. So I had to talk about this one because it was, again, it was amazing. It didn't give me well, it was just ancestrally, it was amazing. When I saw the Black Panther movie, which I still say to me was the greatest movie ever made. Yeah, which I, look at the Black Panther movie, I still say that Black Panther movie to me personally, because it's just that, we want, as African American, we just want better, man. We just want better. And when we look at other places, wherever it is you want to go, Europe, whatever, they're like, well, there may be some racism, but, at least it's not as bad as it is here, but it's and in the end of it, I'll just say, be bold in your journey, and make sure you speak your truth to power, and don't let anybody talk you out of your dreams, your visions, your goals, anything, especially things that are coming in the now, because so much is about to happen and so many things are happening. You're talking about what you're getting now is you're getting the rewards from your lineage, things that were taken away. So that's what we are now. So we're getting a lot of that stuff back, especially the energy and a lot of these spiritual gifts that are being accomplished by a lot of people. So you're gonna see, we're gonna see a lot of things happening in our lifetime, but also probably over the next 500 years, especially when people just breaking free, leaving here, and just, especially when you say African Americans, they just get their stuff together and leave. Like some people, like one family, two or three family members may go over there, get their stuff straight, then everybody else, just like they do, like I was talking to a Nigerian sister in Walmart, and she was, just told I wanted to go to Africa one day. And but anyway, I noticed how, they come over here, they make their money, and then they send everything back over there. And so same thing, But anyway, thank you guys so much for joining me. This has been your boy, Soul of a Man, aka Demond Era. Don't forget to check out my website, soulofaman504.com, for all of my books and all of that great stuff. And if you want to book a reading with yours truly, I'll have all of my information right in the comment section. It'll be pinned for you. But as always, folks, I'm out this piece. Peace.